I realize you are alive somewhere. I think my mom truly misses you. Could you, at any point, kindly return? This was Willow Smith's letter to the late Tupac being perused by Kevin Samuels on his digital broadcast, and it has been moving via virtual entertainment, with the public accepting that even the youthful Willow had cherished Tupac more than her own dad. How could you feel when I let you know that I was polyamorous? When you resembled hello, this is my get down. I was like, I thoroughly get it. Willow Smith later grew up and professed to be polyamorous. And she was upheld such a great amount by her family. Her direction was that large of an arrangement, yet the acknowledgement that her folks could likewise be polyamorous significance. They're available to blissful relations, sexual, or in any case with others, while keeping up with their own, combined with the letter, unsettled up her folks' sexual directions. This letter has ignited up bits of gossip, and without acknowledging it, Willow had the option to affirm that things weren't right with her dad and that he could truly be gay. Gossipy tidbits about Will Smith's sexuality has been around for some time now, yet not of which he has freely discussed. Tales about Will's secret undertakings with men began back in 2012, when Will and Jada's marriage was on the rocks, in light of the fact that evidently Will was investing essentially more energy with Dwayne than he did with Jada and the children, and a few sources affirmed that as time passed by, Jada was developing more resentful about it. As a matter of fact, Will and Dwayne had been indivisible and were being spotted together on numerous occasions, crying and feasting, and surprisingly, going on a confidential voyage in Trinidad at eateries and craftsmanship openings in Miami and a career expo in Las Vegas. In a time of 4 months, a shut source who recognized the two at Pizzazz Cafe in Trinidad said William Dwayne certainly looked extremely close, and despite the fact that they were with organization, it was clear Will and Dwayne both showed up and left together. The source added Dwayne, who's hitched to Tisha Campbell Martin, and his two children, has been connected to Will throughout recent years, yet none of the two has affirmed. Regardless of whether the uproar were valid, Dwayne himself was recently blamed for being gay, yet he excused the charges. He likewise played the lead job in Bill's Chief Purdue sitcom. We all, in any case, it appears, was time enjoyed with his BFF, caused a crack with his family, and whether Dwayne had a say in it. When the reports began, Will purportedly moved into a luxurious single-guy cushion in Villanova. Jada can't tolerate Willing's relationship with Dwayne. She feels like Will displays it right in front of her, spending time with him consistently and bringing him on fascinating excursions while she's sitting back home alone. Another source says as a Hollywood couple that had been together for over 20 years and had been viewed as the couple in Hollywood, more bits of hearsay about treachery and looming divorce between them broke this picture, and individuals began criticizing them. You really want to say plainly what occurred? And I got into a trap with August. That is what I expressed. Turns out, in the background of a delightful family lay insider facts and agony that the crowd might have never envisioned. This was the couple on Will's Facebook Watch series, Red Casual Conversation, discussing Jada betraying Will Smith and triumphing ultimately together. About it, there may be significantly more to Will's sexuality than bits of gossip alone. So what's truly happening in the Smith family? And for what reason is Jada remaining hitched to him, assuming this began when vocalist August guaranteed that he had a long illicit relationship with Jada Pinkett, and that he had even plumped down with her better half, Will Smith, and got his gifts while advancing his new collection. The artist asserted to the Morning Meal Club have Angela Yee that he had a discussion with Will about his significant other. And afterward, what did you do, Jada? Well, you realize, I think from that point, as time went on, I got into an alternate sort of entrap. To examine the subject, the couple chose to bring their room, converse with their red table, where JD conceded to had a thing with her child's companion. August the entertainer uncovered I got into an alternate sort of snare with August. It was a relationship totally. I was in a ton of torment. I was exceptionally broken during the time spent that relationship. I certainly acknowledged you can't find joy beyond yourself during the discussion. She said that her ensnarement with August began as a fellowship, and they turned out to be truly old buddies. Subsequently, the snare she added that she had simply needed to assist the performer with his psychological state, and tracked down assets to assist with getting him through a disturbing time. She clarified that Alcina was not a home wrecker, but rather she and Wilbur going through a course of recuperating in a very different way as a team in spite of August, asserting that Will gave him his favors 2 or 3 has denied the rapper's case, while the general population was asking why the couple was still attached regardless of Jada treachery. Some began guaranteeing that Will Smith couldn't leave Jada in light of the fact that she was his cover. They guaranteed that Jada was acted anyway. She needed in light of the fact that she realized that wouldn't leave her, since she was the one assisting him with concealing his sexuality. Separated from insight about his fact being wherever on the web, a few big names themselves have had the guts to say very much was a closeted gay entertainer, Alexis Arquette, who sappy died in 2016, distributed a post on Facebook guaranteeing that she had strolled in on Will Smith performing sexual, follows up on Hollywood chief, Benny Merida. She then proceeded to guarantee that his sexuality was the justification for why his most memorable marriage was Sherry Sampino, finished and separate from. She further claimed that not exclusively was Will Smith gay, yet that his momentum spouse, Jada Pinkett Smith, was likewise a lesbian. These reports were rarely affirmed, yet in the event that valid. It brings up one more issue. Isla Smith, sexually open. Another gossip was made when entertainer Tisha Campbell in 2020, when individuals guaranteed she asserted that Will Smith was having relations with her ex Dwayne Morgan. She had distributed an Instagram post with a picture that read reality generally turns out in the end, regardless of how enthusiastically anybody attempts to conceal it. She additionally wrote in a remark, "And you're correct, they will lie till the end. The genuine kick is individuals will quit accepting them." With the second remark end began being made, and many referred to her capitalization of Will as an unobtrusive poke at a supposed undertaking among Smith and Martin, who are dearest companions. Campbell later returned via virtual entertainment to eliminate any confusion by explaining that the stream individuals had begun was only talk in a video. She said, "I don't do Subi tweets. I don't do untidy. It's not your young lady. Sorry, don't maneuver me into no wreck." Dissimilar to Campbell, who didn't specify Will or Jada, disputable YouTuber Trisha Paytas blamed Smith for laying down with one of their male artists in the video. She expressed, "Could you stress over that? What about stress over your F Lord? Deceiving husband F ruler, my male artists, when you realize they would have rather not." This got the web moving with the video, becoming a web sensation on numerous stages, before another dubious YouTuber, Keemstar, shrouded the story in his show dramatization caution. To explain that what she had said was valid, she was approached to remark on it, where she denied and said she didn't really know whether her charge was valid.